Somalia, 30 years of living without a government. 1. Somalia has one of the world's highest fertility rates. An average Somali woman has 6 kids. There's virtually no contraception to speak of. However, life expectancy in Somalia is very low. Men are expected to live 53.5, while women live until 56.6 years. 2. Most Somalis can't read or write. Only 37% of people over the age of 15 are literate. As a result, there are almost no books or even newspapers. Somalis get most of their news from the radio. Shops and businesses advertise with vivid pictures. 3. There are stock exchanges with pirates. Somali pirates have been almost eliminated, but in their heyday, around 2010, they ruled the coast. They still exist as a business. Somalis can invest in local pirate groups by buying shares. They get dividends from successful raids. In one instance, a woman gave an RPG-7 to a pirate group. She ended up receiving $75,000. 4. There are no traffic lights in the capital city, yet Mogadishu has very few traffic accidents. Most streets are unpaved, so speeding is out of the question. Also, car ownership rates are shockingly low. In fact, there are no traffic rules to speak of. Before 1991, Somalis drove on the left side. Then the Civil War began, and it has gone on since then. Many cars have been imported from Japan. These are right-hand drive vehicles, so people drive on the right. Some still drive on the left. Nobody enforces traffic laws anymore. 5. Somalia has almost no infrastructure. There's just one paved major road. From Mogadishu to Kismayo, there are no highways linking all the regions. Railroads don't exist. There are just 8 paved airfields. The internet, however, is widely available. 13.7% of Somalis have internet access. That's not much, but it's an increase of 16% compared to 2021. 6. Somalis don't eat fish. Somali is a coastal country, but seafood is not popular. The most popular food is camel milk and soft cakes. 7. Somalia is a cash-only country. Credit cards are not accepted anywhere. You can't get a currency advance against a credit card either. The only payment method is hard currency. The local currency is the Somali shilling. However, US dollars are a lot more popular. $1 is currently worth around 560 shillings. Somalia's first ATM opened in 2014 and is unreliable. 8. Somalia officially imposed Sharia law in 2009. In 2015, the country outlawed Christmas celebrations. Most Somalis are Muslims. However, enforcing laws is a problem in Somalia. 9. Somalia is not easy to visit. After 30 years of civil war, it's not considered safe by anyone. The government in Mogadishu doesn't control the country. They are reluctant to issue entrance visas. Foreigners have been often kidnapped and murdered, so you need to hire armed security before you're allowed to visit. It costs about $1,500 a day. There are heavily armed guards everywhere, in hospitals, banks, hotels, etc. This does not stop frequent shootouts and bombings. 10. Life in Somalia is very different, depending on the region. Government-controlled areas are very dangerous. Crime and disease are rampant. There's virtually no law enforcement, but people are more or less free to do what they want. In warlord-controlled areas, Somalia is like a fundamentalist caliphate. It's safe for devout Muslims, with armed militias everywhere. However, there's no justice to speak of. If you're accused of theft, your arm is chopped off. There are no courts or trials. What if it turns out the accusation was false? The caliph will give you several camels in compensation. Allah knows best is a popular saying. 11. Somaliland is the complete opposite. This is the strangest fact about Somalia. Somaliland is a self-proclaimed, unrecognized republic. It split off as a result of the Civil War. Somaliland has free elections and a functioning economy. Crime is virtually non-existent, and you can use credit cards. Indeed, Somaliland is one of the safest places in Africa. Many foreign governments treat it like Taiwan. They don't recognize it formally, but still deal with it directly. It's got an international airport and a boat link with Oman. 12. The most popular African drug is brought in by planes. Khat is a plant with stimulant properties. Locals chew on its leaves to stay alert. Technically, khat is illegal in Somalia, but legal in Somaliland. However, it's legal in neighboring countries like Kenya, Ethiopia, and Djibouti. Khat planes arrive in Mogadishu regularly, filled with the leaves. The leaves are then openly sold in the streets. Dealers import around $200,000 worth of khat a day into Mogadishu. 13. Do not visit Somalia. Somalia is certainly a fascinating country with rich traditions, but it is very, very unsafe for foreigners. There were at least 5 major bombings last year. The last reported one was on October 29, 2022. 2 improvised explosive devices detonated at the Ministry of Education. Over 100 civilians were killed and 300 were injured. In August 2022, there was also an attack at the Hyatt Hotel in Mogadishu. 117 people were wounded and 21 were killed. No place is safe, except maybe Somaliland, so stay away for now. For women, Somalia is one of the worst destinations in the world. As a Somali saying goes, a woman should be at home or in the grave.